scores as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Cards, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Etienne on the toss right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Look at me. Go, go. Fight.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action with Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On play action, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
First down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Lawrence looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Open man right side is Ingram. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They go play action now. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Murray now to throw. Murray has the first down and more, and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
First down, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. And
he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing again, Murray. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First down Cardinals after the catch there by DeAndre Hopkins. Remember, he spent 7 seasons in Houston, now in his 2nd year with Arizona, and went over 10,000 yards receiving for his career last year. Another big season, also tied his career high with 115 catches, none bigger than the Hail Murray against the Buffalo Bills.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. this might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Moore on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray now. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On the run is Conner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Gun. Here's Murray. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run here with Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages for this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Etienne once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 85 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
176 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Murray, one final try. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this